Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol RGSE. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like a couple of weeks worth of time, it's actually just the past 2 days broken down into 30-minute time slices. I want to do this time frame because I think it does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then it just makes mapping out where levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. I did this analysis yesterday, so that's where these green and red line annotations are coming from. But before I go any further, just really kind of throw out a disclaimer from a presentation standpoint. This is a very tricky chart to talk about because there's a lot of perspective that goes into it. What do I mean by that? Well, if you're a day trader and you bought right there, or maybe you bought right there this morning, or heck, maybe you bought right there and you wanted to sell at 25 minutes after you bought, then yeah, for you the chart's looking pretty rough. Now, from the big picture perspective, I get it. Yeah, the price has pulled back quite a bit. But from the big picture, the bulls do still have an opportunity to build a higher base, and as long as you have higher bases being built over longer periods of time, that's how long-term uptrends are constructed. I am going to be talking about things from the big picture perspective. So if I say something and I sound crazy by calling it bullish, my guess would be you just had a different strategy and outlook going into the trade. And really the easiest way to illustrate this comes from an annotation that I made yesterday, and that is via the green line right here at basically $1.30, $1.32. Let's just call it $1.30 to keep the numbers easy. And the reason that is so important is I'm not saying this will happen, but let's just pretend that this pullback is not done yet and actually needs to come down here a little bit more and just kind of flirts right around this $1.30 area before it's starting to work its way back upwards. Now, emphasis on the word big picture. So from the big picture perspective, what would you still have? Well, you'd have a set of lows right here. You'd have the previous set of lows down here. If you picture each one of these as stair steps, the big picture stair steps are still headed in the upwards direction. Again, I 100% realize that if you're a day trader and you bought up there or bought up there, then you couldn't care less about these levels. But that's where I try to kind of warn and qualify all these statements by offering up the warning that I would be talking about things from somebody that cares about the big picture of things. So yeah, the past couple of days have been rough. It has pulled back, but looking at more than just a couple of days, the bulls do still have an opportunity to build that higher stair step, and that higher stair step, I'm defining as $1.30. So let's see if the bulls can get the job done or not. One of the biggest questions I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.